Hi, I'm Carlene, and this is SRN1. You are keeping me company, and I'm keeping you company, and we're just going to look out for each other. I'm your host. This is Nutmeg Nation. We have a couple of things to talk about. I was actually thinking that instead of giving you a little rundown of Grenadian history, that we would talk about me. I'm your host. I'm here. The one thing that I think we need to discuss is my upbringing in Grenada. So I was born in Grenada. I didn't live there for a very long time. I live with my grandmother and my aunt, and I actually went to school for a short period of time when I was living there. And my grandmother lives right by Grenada's beach, like literally a 5-minute walk from the beach, which is absolutely amazing. So every time I go home, I'm able to just, walk to the beach and enjoy the Grenada's beach. And I was actually doing a little bit of research last night. Because I only go to Grenada's beach and Badway Beach, but there are so many other beautiful beaches in Grenada, and I feel like when things are back to normal, whatever that may be, normal nowadays is so foreign. Being able to do simple things like going to the bar and having a drink, going out to a restaurant, it's a little bit different right now. So we have to do things that are simpler. Now you can go to Grenada's beach between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. That's pretty much what the deal is. Short window of time, but it's better than nothing. I guess you could go for a walk, Walks are great. I've been doing a lot of walking lately in my area, and you should too. Get outside, get some fresh air. Don't stay inside. It's unbelievable how much we need vitamin D for our beautiful skin, It's important, to help you relieve your stress and that kind of thing. So that's what I was saying. Going back to me, so I left for Grenada when I was 6, and I came to Canada because I needed to get some medical stuff done. But the time that I do remember being in Grenada, as a child, I remember like small little things here and there. I remember, going to school and then forgetting my lunch money, and somehow the principal gave me some money for lunch. It was like their snack time, and I forgot my change at home or something like that. And I remember the principal giving me money to get a snack. And I remember like little incidents. Like, you always remember the most negative things in your life. Like, I remember something that my cousin and my sister did to me. We were playing, and somehow I ended up in the trunk of the clothing trunk, you put all your clothes in, that kind of thing. So things like that I remember, but I don't remember a lot about Grenada because I left so young, and I have some pictures to look back on, but be like, there's another time too. I remember my dad coming to pick me up to go to school, and I didn't like the hairstyle that my grandmother did for me. So I took my hair out, and it was a mess. And my dad's like, you can't go to school like that. So I had to go back. And so it's just, how they say the years before 5 last the rest of their lives. But it's ironic because I don't remember a lot of things being a little child in Grenada, but I do know that it's a beautiful place to live. People are so friendly in Grenada, so it's a very different shock to me. Like, every time I go back to Grenada, I'm always surprised at how friendly people are, because everyone says good morning to each other, which is so different in North America when you think about it. So it's a transition, but it's always nice to visit, and it's been a very, very long time since I've been back home. And so it's definitely on my list of things to do in terms of travel, because I think it's important to travel and see the beautiful places that we have in the world, and Grenada is one of them. I've been back a few times. It's very important to visit the place that you were born and educate yourself about the country. Some of my highlights of Grenada, we always go to Fantasia. I haven't been to the Cove yet, so that's another place I haven't been. Definitely have to check it out, because I was looking online at some of the pictures, and it's amazing what they have to offer at that restaurant. So I'll definitely have to check it out. And I also like to go to KFC. It's like my first thing when you get down there is KFC because it tastes so good. The spices and everything, it's really good to have KFC. Back home, I don't even have KFC here in Toronto. You know, I've been in Toronto for 30 years now. So obviously you did the math and you know how old I am. We are learning about each other as we go. But I just want to say that if you are avid on social media, you can follow me on Twitter at Diva on the Radio, on Instagram at Diva on the Radio with two I's, so Diiva on the Radio. And I'm also on Facebook, and you can follow SRN1148_CA on Twitter. We are here for you to keep you company during this pandemic, because I have to tell you that you have to think positive during this time. It is so hard to keep a positive perspective on life when things are different, but we have to figure out a way. If that means doing something every day in your routine, finding a routine, changing things. Like, I mean, I have to go for a walk every day just to help me out. But I think as it went from one Grenadian to another, I have to say, make sure you do something every day that makes you happy, because that's the most important thing in all of this, finding happiness in simple things. That's what we have to do. If that means starting a new book, you start reading a new book. That's the most important thing. Starting a new TV show, maybe starting a journal. Like, these are crucial times where we have the time now to do things that we didn't have time to do before. So please just make sure that you start something new. I'm Carlene, and this is SRN1. Thanks for tuning in.